Hello all. How are you? I hope you've had a good day. I had a good day. I worked tonight. Oof. I just, even though I have issues with my back, I still just power do it. Power do it. Power do it. I power through it. I get such a high on my endurance and just like blasting through things now with my mindset. Like I've come to realize that everything really is mind over matter. And if you put your mind to anything, you can achieve anything, right? Or get through anything. And so with that type of mind frame, but sometimes I push it too hard and it hurts. So I'm a little stiff. If I get home and I have a jury summons, make it make sense, y'all. This is the second one. I went in for the last one that I've gotten. In the last 3 years, I think I went in and I had to go and do all that stuff and my number was called and all that. So I got another one, but here's a contradiction of it. This is what frustrates me. All right. In our judicial system, and I'm going to break it down to you. Although I said, let's see here, because I have contradictions between jury summons and denial of my Rule 27 petition that I keep filing and fighting. And I've got another exhibit. I'm going to keep fighting it. I'm not going to not fight it. That's what I'm not going to do. Because I know everything that's been done to me and I know what is being done to me at this current very moment right now. I mean, even with the email crap yesterday. And the T-Mobile, it's consistently happening all the time with the injustice and the unlawfulness. From me not getting jobs, from the different things in the banking system, my credit, all kinds of stuff. And it's been that way for freaking years now, and I see it. And, I don't give a crap. I'll keep fighting it. But this is what makes no sense. Denial of the right to preserve a testimony while being summoned to judge others. Imagine that. So you find me, my number was picked, you find me up with the honor to go into the court and judge others, right? You find me that I have the capabilities of doing that, but yet I have this entire silent thing waged against me where my entire life's been exploited. I mean, from the magnitude of people that have been paid into this whole thing is absolutely insane. I was thinking about my job when I worked at the hostess at the local restaurant. Yeah, I remember all those people too, right? Like all those wonderful conversations I had with people, and I picked up on their eyes. That's really when I started picking up on it. I'm like, I picked up on their eyes, picked up on their energy. I picked up on their mannerisms, the inconsistencies. Like it just wasn't making sense. Nothing after my life from when I resigned made sense. It didn't make sense before then. By all means, it definitely didn't make sense, but I was picking up on it. Here's the thing. Here's the funny part about that. I picked up on it. I started honing in on my gifts that I always had because I wasn't battling my addiction anymore. I wasn't trying to numb myself by the toxicity and the trauma and the chaos and the gaslighting and the manipulation and all the dirty stuff and all the coercion and the horrible dynamics between coworkers that were absolutely just crazy, outside of this world, to be quite honest. And I know I'm living rent free in y'all's head right now. I know I am. And that's your karma right there, because you know what you done. You surely do. You do indeed. Those Jezebel spirits flew high in that office. Flew high, baby. Flew high. Woo-wee. Golly. No doubt. So needless to say, it was very easy for me to really start honing in on all my gifts and picking up on things when I wasn't battling my addiction anymore, to be quite honest with you. For entertainment purposes only. I thought about that earlier. Despite being denied the ability to preserve my own testimony in a whistleblower matter, the same judicial system has summoned you to sit in judgment of others, suggesting fitness to serve, yet simultaneously denying you due process. So while I have the possibility of going in there and judging somebody else and providing them due process, I'm not allowed to get my own. Imagine that. You know, things that make you go, huh. System claims you are not credible enough to preserve evidence, but fit to judge peers. The federal court declined to recognize the urgency and merit of your verified petition and exhibits, yet the same system deems you impartial and competent and trustworthy enough trustworthy enough for your jury service. That's the conundrum. That's like, I just don't even understand this. I'm so baffled by this. Every day it gets better. Every day it gets better. For entertainment purposes only, you know, like active whistleblower facing retaliation asked to serve a system that is retaliating against her. Straight up. Straight up. You're currently pursuing protected disclosures under False Claims Act, alleging fraud, retaliation, misconduct by state actors, and now asked to participate in the very system you allege is harming you. Straight up. You want me to walk inside that courtroom? Ooh-wee, those conversations are going to be a good time. You better be ready for it. You better be ready for it. I doubt my number will even be called, but it dang sure gave me some content. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. You want to get me that day in court? I'll get there as close as I can. Go ahead. Go ahead. Simultaneously, the judicial engagements without equal protection. On one hand, you denied legal protections offered under the Rule 27, the right to seal filings, and the whistle, blah, 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 blah. I'm probably going to get dinged for this. On the other hand, you summoned under the threat of penalty if you failed to participate in a separate judicial process, jury duty. So they are not willing to provide me with due process or give me the same protections. However, they then call me in because they have that right. They're not going to protect me, but I have no say in this. I could go to jail if I don't go. I could go to jail if I don't go. Right? Isn't that crazy? That's crazy, I know. And everybody entangled with my story knows it's true. Everybody understands the magnitude of unlawfulness and injustice, the injustice that follows me. You know, I had a conversation with a coworker today, and she said something really profound, and it really hit me. She's like, you know, something has to be said when people start harming people. And we were talking about the government and those in power, right? And we were talking about the governor of Florida, and we were talking about the president, and it's different. It goes beyond the legalities of what they're distracting us with and what they're doing. They're literally harming people. Hurting Americans. Hurting. And it's crazy the amount of control and power they have. They have the ability to harm people and not get in trouble. Those in power, those that are elite, those that know so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And it's just sad. It's sick. It's sick. And I told her, I said, well, they picked a good one with me because I'm strapped up, boots up, baby, belt on, armor on. Armored up. Let's go. I'm saddled in, baby. Right? Like I can do this song and dance for the rest of my life. Totally good with it. Totally good with it. You know, the system appears willing to utilize your civic duty when it benefits them, yet silences your protected speech and testimony when you invoke the same system to seek justice. That part. That part. Because it's all entangled. It's all entangled. All of it. When you have a lot of money and you have your hands in a lot of pots and you're friends and you're in the same societal groups, you have a lot of strings. You have a lot of power. And you can make a lot of things seem true. You can file a lot of documents that are falsified and fake. And they've done a lot of that too. and nothing's been served to me. I'm not supposed